Hi guys, my name is Clement from Stringworks Media, and today I'm going to give you a very special opportunity. We're going to be taking a look at the show flat of this exciting new development, One Holland Village Residences. So here we have it, the show flat for One Holland Village Residences. Now obviously this is just a show flat, but the first thing I noticed, right, is this red color word called sold. Now, if you can see over here, right, there's quite a big chunk that's already been sold, which is obviously a good thing. But that also means that there's something special about this development. Well, let's find out. So, as you can see, I finally found out what is so special about this place. First things first, one thing you would notice, right, is that it's not just, one or two buildings. This is a lot of structures that we have over here. And it's because this place is actually an integrated development. What that means is that you have your malls over here for your makan or your essentials like cold storage, guardian. This over here is your office space. If you're lucky enough to have an office here, it's a good thing because you don't have to move anywhere. You have everything you need here. You also have more malls over here, and if you were to move here, let me just move right here. You can see the two taller buildings over here is actually this chunk over here is actually a service residences lah. For the more hands-off approach to living. And the one on top and this whole building here is residences. So one really cool thing is that the developer staff just told me that this is actually going to be the biggest development, upcoming developments in the area. And these two really tall buildings, they are going to be one of the taller buildings in the area. So if you like a view, this might be for you.
Now, moving on, let's take a better look at the office. I think this is something that is super underrated about this place. As you can see over here, look at the amount of green in this area. Okay, so I know that I'm dressed like it, but I don't work in an office. One thing that I've always hated about working in an office is just how grey and grim everything is. You're in a cubicle, you walk outside, also you see another building that looks exactly like which building you just came from. But look at this is beautiful. This whole area over here are the offices, and as you can see, on top of the greenery, there's also places for you to chill, maybe meet clients.
There's obviously the cafe or restaurant over here, Bedrock, a very nice place that I haven't gone to before. I just heard it was nice from
a friend that has more money than me. More shops over here, so make sure that you have everything you need. It's not so sian. You're always going to the same, kopitiam to eat or anything like that. Moving on.
In this show flat, right, they actually provided a very comprehensive map of this area that is Holland Village. So here you are over here. This is the One Holland Village Residences. As you can see, super near the MRT, so no need to drive. You just take MRT, you just walk. It's very convenient. And there's so many schools around. You have St. Margaret's, Hwa Chong, SP over here, AJC. Pretty much what I'm trying to say, right, is even if your kid is not the studying kind, right, you can pick any school that is nearby, no need to go until so far. Okay, so another thing that I found really cool is that it's so near Singapore Botanic Gardens. Now, we're in a really weird time in the world right now, and sometimes you just want to take a walk outside, and I think this is an amazing place to just go and get lost in nature. Oh yeah, so very near NUS and also NUH also lah, because health is wealth. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to be going straight into the actual mock-ups. This is Serene, the one bedroom. Let's take a look
of what this mock-up actually looks like. So oddly enough, you're actually stepping into I'm assuming the balcony lah. This is the balcony area, so it's quite cool that I just walked in from the balcony. Quite a reasonable sized balcony for a one bedroom actually. If you look at it, you probably, if you want, be able to fit like a chair here. I'm guessing the developers thought that whoever's buying this place is gonna be painting out here lah. All right, let's move into the actual unit. Okay, so the first thing I noticed about this place, right? There's no other way to say it, but this place is damn Muji lah. Muji vibes. There's wood flooring. This I don't think will actually be wood. As you can see, it's ID treatment only. A very respectable living area. I mean, if you have a one bedroom, you're not going to be living with, like 2 generations lah.
For a one bedroom, it's actually a very interesting layout. So the first thing is that
The living area over here, right, actually leads directly into the bedroom or hello? Hello? Okay, you might want to get this house blessed lah before you move in.
okay, so anyway, we move.
The first thing, right, the interesting thing is that the living area actually kind of integrates with the sort of bedroom.
You can make it a bedroom with some privacy with a sliding door over here.
This is a queen size bed, a very Muji looking bedside table. Honestly, it could be a chair as well if you just put it over on its side. This is fine. This is fine for someone that is maybe a young couple or just someone living on your own.
Anyway,
here is the toilet that I'm a bit scared to go into because just now, right, as I walked in, I heard a titi and apparently the toilet seat moved up. But no, turns out it's actually a smart toilet. Now, if you've ever been to Japan, which it feels like Japan right now with the, you know, the wood, the very Muji vibe, right? You can see over here that this has actually, you know, the bidet to, you know, assist in the cleanliness. It actually comes with a remote that I'm thinking should be able to come out. Yeah, but, you know, you have your standard rear, front, and even a dryer, you know, in case you want to do your hair.
Rain shower, which is probably my favorite thing when I travel, is that I miss a rain shower. I'm quite tall, so usually those showers that I have to move up and down, they're not high enough. A rain shower, you don't even have to think about it, step in and you're good to go.
Now we talked about the living area, let's talk about the kitchenette area. Well, the cool thing about this area, right, is that it gives you a respectable amount of counter space. One thing that I really hated back then when I lived in our first house before renovation, right, is that we have no counter space. And over time, we started buying things like a new coffee maker lah, new water dispenser thing lah, and eventually you had no space to just cut your vegetables. Look at this. This is a very respectable amount of space for someone that probably, you know, lives here alone or maybe maybe just 2 people. It's fine because, you know, you have a cooker here. Let's face it, you're not going to be, you know, catering for 100 people over here.
This might not be actually storage, you know. This might actually just be a... Does this make sense for you to be eating here? It might be lah. Or is it? Does it come out more? Oh, it does. Oh, it does. Oh, it does. Oh my god, this is so cool. Guys, look at this. I didn't know about this. I should really, you know, do more research, but look at this. You have a respectable... I keep saying respectable, but yeah, look at this. This is so cool. You can, you know, have 2 people, maybe 3 if it's just for drinks. A pretty stable enough table lah. I wouldn't put a huge crock pot on it, but oh, wow, I'm very impressed by this. I don't know whether this actually comes with the unit, but obviously this is something that you can explore. But look at this. I can look, you know. And also, if you are working from home, this is a pretty good area as well. Good lighting for your Zoom calls. It's perfectly fine. I think this is great enough if I'm living alone. How do I put this back? And just like that, you have your working space for a kitchen already. So it doesn't feel cramped or anything like that. It's definitely good enough and quite a decent amount of space so that it doesn't feel like, wow, very smoky or what if you're cooking, a little bit more heavy cooking. One direction that this designer actually went, right, is to make things as out of sight as possible. So the fact that he or she included this over here out of sight, I think it's really cool. Especially because one thing, right, is that when you have guests over, right, if they want to turn off the light, it's very obvious that this one is the light. If you have a bunch of switches over here, they'd be like, hey, siala.
Which one? Alright, idea. Very, very good idea. Let me just put this chair back.
And over here you have
washer dryer and more storage for linens or anything like that. Distribution board. These are just for like the modem and whatever.
Alright, so this was the 1 bedroom. Let's check out what's next. What's next, guys?
Now this is a 2 bedroom, also from Serene. First things first, look at how big the balcony is. It's actually a pretty good size. Developer has placed a little, not high dining, what is it called? A high table over here so that you and your guests can sit down and have drinks with the view, obviously. Very nice option over here. This is a pretty big balcony. This is the living room. Again, you can fit 3 people here, 4 if you want to squeeze, watch TV, and an actual dining table that doesn't come out from the wall. You could probably fit a bigger table, maybe up to 6 packs if you have it in a different orientation, or one of those tables that actually fold out to be bigger. The kitchen is all very open concept, right? Over here, which is a pretty cool thing, right, is that there's a window over here. I'm assuming for certain units, or maybe all units, you have a window here so you have more better ventilation. The hood can only do so much, guys. If you're cooking a steak or what, trust me, you're gonna need ventilation. More counter space, even more space between the stove and the sink. Yeah, this is just, pantry storage with, look at that, soft close. Even if you're very, very angry, right, you cannot slam one, yeah? So, not so damaging lah. Angry also can still do whatever you want. Yeah, so there isn't a table that comes out of the countertop for this one, but you have even more storage space, very nice, well done cabinets. I would say this design is very hotel-like, a really, really deep sink, which is awesome because I hate doing dishes, and there's nothing worse about doing dishes and the water just starts piling up, and yeah, it makes life a little bit of a hell. Over here, I'm not sure if this comes with a unit, but this is actually a pretty good idea, right? You have little shelves over here. Now moving on, we have the first common room, well, the only common room for a 2-bedroom. Toilet over here, common toilet, and where the magic happens. Sorry, I watch other property videos, they always say this is where the magic happens lah. The master bedroom. Now, this master bedroom is a good size. You can fit a queen size bed. I'm assuming this is a queen size bed. TV on the wall because, Netflix and chill and that. Wardrobe all done up already. Great size, pretty good size for 2 people. Here we are at the 3-bedroom variant of Serene. Now again, we're moving in from the balcony, huge balcony, a little play area for your kids, maybe setting up a little outdoor alfresco dining space. Moving right in, we have the living room. Now, look at this living room, okay? This doesn't look like a living room. This feels like a play area or something like that. It's so cool. Like, obviously this is all ID treatment, but this is definitely something you can do with the space. I love how different this unit is compared to the other show units. Dining area. They actually made a very good use of space by using this kind of like a booth style for the seating. Now this is one thing I found very interesting. This is what I'm assuming is the service yard, and there's a sign over here that says meeting in progress. Now, I was thinking, what is the meeting that's inside? Well, turns out it joins up with your kitchen. Washer cum dryer, and here we are in the kitchen. So look at that. It's all integrated. It doesn't feel like... I love spaces like this because it doesn't feel like, it's boxed in as much because you can, walk around in circles for ever. The cooker, it's 3 hobs, so better for people that like to cook. Even more counter space, really deep sink, nicely built cabinets over here. You have space to put your coffee beans, apparently. Moving on. I love that the ID actually had a window over here. So not only is that your kid's not gonna get any privacy, in case they are doing anything that kids shouldn't do. The little window over here, right, allows you when you walk in, right, to feel like the house is bigger because you can actually see through it. And I guess this is, I don't want to touch it, but your kids can draw on it. Wouldn't recommend that, honestly, because if they learn to draw on this, they're going to start drawing on other things as well. But over here, all integrated. Bunk bed style, for the kids. I wish that I had a bedroom like this when I was a kid because this looks so fun. All right, moving on. Your master bedroom is actually a pretty good size for a queen size bed, and also a
Full length floor to ceiling.
window.
Hi, welcome to my home. This place has a private lift lobby, and this is what you're looking at right now.
You can add like probably more storage for like your shoes and stuff, maybe a stool. But let's move into the living area. Now, the first thing that you're greeted with, right, is a lot of space, but it's also useful space because you have things like shelving and
Seamless storage. Look at that. There's no handles. There's no handles. You know, nothing to like hit against or anything like that.
the dining area is here. And honestly, you could probably fit a bigger dining table than this if you would like to host a lot. And the dining area is actually connected to the huge balcony. Honestly, this would probably be where I am most of the time because I like to see the outside. Over here, you can have like a little lounging area, and it's actually connected to the living room. Now, the good thing is that as I'm sitting here, you know,
Possibly enjoying TV, I still have a view of outside. You know, I can still look at my kitchen if I am cooking something, but you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't leave a fire unattended. And still watch TV. You know, maybe you have the kid doing their homework over there. You know, it's a good space. You can kind of just feel like, you know, everything you need, everything you want to look at.
is right here. Now, speaking of the kitchen, one cool thing about this kitchen, right, is that it's an L-shaped design, and that's all the buzz nowadays, but it's actually for a reason. If you take a look over here, hello. Sometimes people complain that the kitchen is small, but if you have a good layout like this where it's, you know, functional, it's not just chill, you know, they actually think about how to make this space more functional. It actually will work very well. Obviously, if you have like 3-4 fella here trying to cook, then yeah, a bit leceh lah. But then, if you're by yourself or maybe just your helper or anything like that, this is a good amount of space. You can prep, cook, and get your ingredients inside.
Let's talk about the bedrooms. I almost fell. First things, this is obviously chosen to be converted into a study, but you could easily just fit maybe, you know, a bed, maybe even a bunk bed for the kids. Cabinet all done.
It's a really cool area because again, you have these huge windows, so even if you're working from home, you don't feel like that cooped up feeling like you're in a closet. Moving on. Let's go to the master bedroom. Big enough for a king size bed. I think this is a king size bed. Same time, you got the view, and if you haven't noticed, the ceilings are actually slightly higher.
Toilet, is it gonna open? I feel like it's gonna open. Are you gonna open? Okay, this one is not so creepy. This one doesn't scare me as much because it's not open now. But it also is a smart toilet, if you must know. Shower, rain shower. So yeah, everything you need inside this toilet. Very hotel feelings, you know. If you're gonna be spending time at your home, why not feel like it's a vacation almost? All right, let's check out the next show flat. Here we are at the 2-bedroom 11 variant for this development. And the first thing is, right, you notice this entire unit is all sort of open concept. It's very, you know, chalet lah. Remind you of the younger days with like, you know, food poisoning from not cooking the food properly during barbecue lah. Let's go.
Honestly, this could just be another maybe study or future room, depending on what you want to do with it. This is obviously just the ID's choice. Drum roll please, kitchen. I like the matte black sink that comes out. Easier to do your dishes lah. I'm quite sure that this is probably one of those combination. Yeah, there you go.
Combi Steam XSL.
So you probably can steam, microwave, oven, you know, save space lah. More storage space over here for your washer dryer. Let's go on to the master bedroom over here.
Queen size bed, you know, for the master bedroom for you and your loved one.
Wardrobe done up for you as well. And look at that, you can have a nice view as well as just go out anytime you want. The house doesn't feel so cooped up because everything is so open, and I love that about this unit. Toilet. There you have it, that was One Holland Village Residences. Well, the show flat, obviously. Special thanks to Jetra for, letting us check out the place. Obviously, what we have over here might not be the most accurate information, so if you want to find out more, do contact her. She is the expert in this area. If you enjoyed this video, do drop this video a like, comment down below of what kind of places you want to see us check out, and subscribe to see more content like this. Once again, I'm Clement from Stringworks, and I'll see you in the next one.